Supermarketamine. Supermarketamine. What am I talking about? Well, this video I'm going to talk about a man that has something to do with ketamine. I'm going to talk about the first beast of Revelation, the second beast of Revelation. I'm going to talk about Moses. I'm figuring out things here. I'm figuring out things. So this is the thing. When I was growing up, when I was a teenager, when I was, say, 14, 15, 16, my mum had a friend who was about 5 years older than me. His name was Mark Crawford. He's gay. And he decided to hang around with my mum, who I had a bad relationship with my mum. My mum was a demon-possessed witch. If I would describe her as a covert, malignant narcissist, something like that, right? Very evil. Bad intentions towards me. And so Mark, being the gay guy, he wants to hang around with my gay mum and do drugs with her. Doing ketamine. Okay? Now, I got dragged into that, okay? A lot of witchcraft's been done against me, and a lot of abuse, a lot of manipulation, all kinds of stuff, okay? So I want to mention something here, okay? The second beast of the book of Revelation, yeah, what does it say? What does it say? It says that the second beast caused lots of people to receive a mark in either their right hand, on their right hand, or on their forehead. And that unless they had the mark of the beast, they wouldn't be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Okay? So what is a market? Yeah? Everyone goes to something called a market to buy things and sell things. Market. Now the word ket is a very interesting word, because if you ever heard of the Kabbalah tree, the Kabbalah tree, the top of it is the Sephiroth is called Keter, and it means crown. Okay? Crown. Not to mention, my mom was a fat bitch, right? So, fat, her, right? That's how you spell father. Not to mention, my mom was a butch lesbian, okay? A demon-possessed witch who was trying to kill me. Covertly. Yeah, she was trying to do it she was trying to keep it a secret. Yeah. And Mark was there to fucking have a good laugh with her. Yeah. At my expense. Trademark. That's right. Trade your son in and you can have a mark instead. That's right. Your son doesn't want to be gay? Well, go get yourself a gay mark instead. He'll be your gay son. Don't you worry, Fiona Salvin. You fucking evil cunt. You dead bitch. She's dead already. Yeah. Died of cancer. Witch. Anyways. Let's carry on here, shall we? Yeah. So, well, the thing about the first beast is that he has 7 heads, but one of his heads is wounded. Well, this is the thing. I mean, from the age of from being a teenager, well, I couldn't tell you how many grams of ketamine I managed to snort up my nose. I mean, hundreds. maybe even 1,000 or more. I don't know. And that's and that was, and I did all kinds of other drugs as well. Okay, but ketamine was my worst addiction, I would say. Unless, well, maybe smoking and drinking. But that's the thing, I got hooked on ketamine, which is a very powerful antidepressant. Okay? It's known as a horse tranquilizer. Yeah? So I took it. It doesn't mean I'm a horse, does it? I'm a human. I'm in a man's body, but the demons, that's the thing. In magic, in terms of magic, if I'm taking a horse tranquilizer, does that make me a horse? Okay, so I've explained that. So that's the thing. So and that's the thing, trademark. Well, that's the thing, when I was with Mark and my mum, Fiona, and me, there was, the buying and exchanging of ketamine. Because obviously, sometimes my mum would get it, sometimes Mark would get it, and sometimes I had to get it. Yeah? I remember the times my mum used to scream at me down the phone about the fact I couldn't get her ketamine when she wanted it. She used to bully me. And she'd left me in a very desperate, horrible situation I wanted to get out of. She was psychologically abusing me all the time, and nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit. Everyone too busy trying to be me. God. Couldn't give a shit about me. Nope. Didn't care. Anyways, the second beast. Now, the interesting thing is that in the book of Exodus, it speaks about Moses. And that's the thing, I told Moses, because that's the thing, right? I told him that he would have to go free, he'd have to go speak to the Pharaoh and tell Pharaoh to let the Israelites go, right? And I told Moses, because he wanted Aaron to go with him, because Moses said that he didn't speak that eloquently, and so he wanted Aaron to speak for him. And so God told Moses that that Moses would act as God and Aaron his prophet. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Because Moses and Aaron went to the Pharaoh, and it said, and it goes like, and that's the thing, right? It doesn't usually say Aaron was supposed to speak for him, and Aaron was talking about God in the third part. He was talking about God, and so it was Aaron who was talking as the prophet of God, who was being represented by Moses. Okay, I mean literally. Hang on a second. Where is this? Oh, this could take a while. Hang on. Where was it? Yeah, Aaron to speak for Moses. So this is Exodus chapter 6. Chapter 7. Then the Lord said to Moses, "See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet. You are to say everything I command you, and your brother Aaron is to tell Pharaoh to let the Israelites go out of his country." Okay, so the second beast It's talking about Moses. This points to Moses more than anybody else, right? Because it says that he deceived. Look, let's read about the second beast here, okay? Flipping heck. Here we go. Second beast. Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. The beast out of the earth. Then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. It exercised all the authority of the first beast on its behalf. Okay? And made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast. Well, that's the thing. I'm the first beast. I'm the dragon. I'm the first beast. Well, that's the thing. You know, it's the dragon that's mentioned first. The dragon is a beast, right? And then there's the first beast. You know, and they both, the dragon and the first beast, both have 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay? It's a puzzle. It's a magic story. But anyway, it exercised all the authority of the first beast on its behalf and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose fatal wound had been healed. And it performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to the earth in full view of the people. Because of the signs it was given power to perform on behalf of the first beast, it deceived the inhabitants of the earth. It ordered them to set up an image in honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. The second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. Now, the interesting thing is that the mark on the right hand or on the forehead, it has to do with Passover, right? So right after the Israelites escaped the Egyptians, there's the Passover. There's that event, the Passover. Okay? And the thing is, what does it mean to pass over someone? Right? So if you pass over something, right, what does Passover mean? Right? Passover. Oh, flipping heck. I'm going to go bananas. Excuse me. I mean, that's the thing, right? So if you say pass over something, right? To bypass something, to skip something, okay? So that's the thing, right? The Passover, I gave that to the Israelites, and I said it had to be for the descendants of, them and their descendants. And it was an everlasting thing, right? That's what I said, right? So, back then. So Passover means to bypass, to skip, to make a transit of, to pass through or across something, to fly over something. Well, that's the thing, I'm God. Not to mention, right, you know, P can be short for penis, and ass is a P-ass over, right? Passover. Yeah, so, yeah, and that's the thing, right? So I already did a video saying that I sit on the chair of Moses, right? Because I'm pretty sure his ghost is behind me. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's him. I mean, the ghost behind me tells me he's Moses. Not that I should really trust him, or whoever it is, but well, it feels like a guy to me. But anyway, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to do the best I can with the information I have and what I can figure out. It's been a very hard life, and I've spent years trying to figure out these things. Years. Talking half a fucking decade now. With no help for anybody. So, bitch, excuse me. I had to cough in the ghost's face, okay? Because she's being a cunt! Excuse me. Yeah, that's how angry I'm getting right now. Whew. Alright, I need to calm down. Okay. You know what happened when back in 2019 when these demons, these ghosts, they all came round me to rape me. Yeah, that's what they did, and that's what they're still doing. But you know what they did when they first came to me, right? I was getting in the mouth and in the nose by a ghost, right? You know what? Skull fucked. Yeah, but in the nose and in the mouth. So when I tried breathing through my nose, I couldn't breathe through my nose. I had to breathe through my mouth. And then I couldn't breathe through my mouth, so I had to breathe through my nose. That's what it was like. And trying to go to sleep while I didn't know whether to breathe through my nose or breathe through my mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that, feeling like you're being suffocated. It's like being fucking waterboarded. But by ghosts, you can't even see them. Yeah, imagine that for an eternity. Luckily, that doesn't happen to me anymore. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. No one told me. But I'm sitting on somebody. Some man, it would seem. Who? Well, that's the thing, right? I said to Moses, I said he had the staff of God, right? I've got a staff, a big wooden staff, right? I'll show it to you, but I can't really be bothered. I paid about 220 something pounds for it. I think it's made of holly wood. I think it's made from the holly tree. I think it is. Could be wrong. I'd have to double check. It's been a long time since I bought it. It was years ago. But anyway, what's the rod of God? Rod of God, isn't that like it's a weapon, isn't it? It's a weapon. Rod of God. Let's search. What's that? Rod of God. Rod of God. The staff of Moses. Strangely, it's come up with staff of Moses. The staff of Moses, also known as the rod of Moses or staff of God, is mentioned in the Bible and Quran as a walking stick used by Moses. Rods from God, the strange super space weapon that wasn't. Rods from God was a Cold War project that envisioned dropping tungsten rods from satellites onto targets on Earth. Okay. Yeah, I heard of it before. Yeah, anyways. Kind of interesting. Yeah, you know, when I start saying something important, the ghosts, they attack my throat, they attack my sinuses, so I choke and choke and choke. So that outburst, yeah, that's why I'm so fucking mad. Because it's Mary. She's trying to annoy me. More than she already has. Anyways, where am I going with this? I mean, the fact is, you know, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, well, you know, that has so many different connections. Not to mention, right, the name on my birth certificate, my name is Grant Salvin. G is 7, and S is 19, okay? 19 is 1 plus 9 is 10, okay? In numerology, it's 10. Okay, so I'm connected to it in so many ways. And you know, it's the 7 spirits of God, right? Well, that's the thing, I'm God, right? 7 heads, you know, 7 eyes, 7 horns. You know, the lamb that has 7 eyes and 7 horns, you know, the 7, and that's the thing, right? Because in magic, the number 7 is connected with the tarot. You know, it's the tarot deck because it's so used by Freemasons and secret society. It's a very important magic deck. It's a weapon that's used to attack me. So number 7 is the chariot. Well, the chariot, that's the chariot of, you know, chariot or chariot of fire, is associated with Cancer. It's associated with the bed where people have sex. And my dad is called, my biological dad, who I haven't really ever seen in my life, because, well, barely. His name is Charles. So, you know, it's a very complicated puzzle. There are obviously pieces I haven't totally figured out. And I know that for sure. Okay? But you know, there's 7 angels. There's 7 bowls of God. 7 seals. 7 trumpets. The number 7's connected. You know, the menorah. Okay? The menorah. That's 7 candlesticks. Some of them have 9, but originally it was 7, I'm pretty sure of that. So, I mean, this says the second beast, you know, so I said that I sit on the chair of Moses. Okay, well, this thing, it says the second beast was, what did it say? Told them to set up an image in honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. Now, who was wounded by, well, that's the thing. I did ketamine, and so did Mark. He did ketamine as well. Okay? And he's gay. Every church you go to now, well, almost all the churches, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, and not to mention, well, it's that rainbow is everywhere. You know what I mean? People, the rainbow flag is all over the place. You know, in my last video, I showed the pictures of me in drag. I've got pictures of Mark in drag as well. Okay? Drag on. Only thing is, he doesn't believe in God at all. He's a hairdresser. He likes drugs and gay sex. You know, he has nothing to do with God. Apart from, he's a little witch boy. Alright? That's it. Nothing more. He's gonna burn. Yeah. I mean, it says here, the second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. Well, that's the thing, right? If you do not worship the LGBT community these days, what do people, you become the outcast, you lose your job, next thing you're living on the streets, you're homeless, you're dead, right? It's true, though. It's true. Isn't it true? How many places of employment could you say that you're homophobic? You're against people being gay without losing your job. Not many places, right? There aren't that many places that you could do that, right? Especially in the country I live in the United Kingdom. Maybe in the United States of America you get away with it. But yeah, it's a valid point, isn't it? Yeah. So, and I also read another thing as well, actually, because when I was given the instructions to Moses about the Passover, or the PS over, right? The Passover, I gave them instructions about getting a lamb, right? And I said the lamb could either be from sheep or goats, right? And I thought, wait, hang on a second. I didn't know a young goat could be called a lamb. But according to what's written in the book of Exodus, apparently so. I mean, yeah. How strange is that? Hang on a second. So because that's the thing, right? The goat and the ram, right? Because obviously the goat is associated with the devil. Or the greatest of all time, as people would say, huh? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's here. Look. Where is it? Look, let me read this. This is Exodus chapter 13, okay, from verse 6. I'll read it from verse 6. For 7 days eat bread without yeast. Isn't that interesting? So bread and yeast, right? Yeast rhymes with beast. So bread. So for 7 days eat bread made without yeast, and on the seventh day hold a festival to the Lord. So that's the thing. It's 7 days, right? So there's the 7 heads and 10 horns, right? So there's another 7, right? Eat unleavened bread during those 7 days. Nothing with yeast in it is to be seen among you, nor shall any yeast be seen anywhere within your borders. On that day, tell your son, I do this because of what the Lord did for me when I came out of Egypt. This observance will be for you like a sign on your hand and a reminder on your forehead that this law of the Lord is to be on your lips. For the Lord brought you out of Egypt with his mighty hand. You must keep this ordinance at the appointed time year after year. After the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites and gives it to you, as he promised on oath to you and your ancestors, you are to give over to the Lord the first offspring of every womb, all the firstborn males of your livestock belong to the Lord. Redeem with a lamb every firstborn donkey, But if you do not redeem it, break its neck. Redeem every firstborn among your sons. In days to come, when your son asks you, what does this mean? Say to him, with a mighty hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. When Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, the Lord killed the firstborn of both people and animals in Egypt. This is why I sacrifice to the Lord the first male offspring of every womb and redeem each of my firstborn sons. And it will be like a sign on your hand and a symbol on your forehead that the Lord brought us out of Egypt with his mighty hand. Yeah. So, let's find a bit more. Come on, buddy. Yeah, go a bit more light now. So, the hang on here. Whoa. Here we go. Yeah, it says it here, look. So the Passover and the festival of unleavened bread, okay? So it says here, you are to determine the amount of lamb needed in accordance with... So this is chapter 12, verse 5, okay? The animals you choose must be year-old males without defect, and you may take them from the sheep or the goats. So it says, no, wait, so if any... you are to determine the amount of lamb needed in accordance with what each person will eat. The animals you choose must be year-old males without defect, and you may take them from the sheep or the goats. But it never mentions what the young of the goat is, because my understanding, like a 1-year-old goat would be called a kid, I think, isn't it? What is a baby goat name? Come on. It's called a kid, right? So a baby goat is called a kid, right? That's a bit disturbing, don't you think? Because what's a kid? A child. A human child, right? How strange. So that's the thing. If I'm sitting on the seat of Moses, if I'm sitting on Moses's shtick, right? Well, that's gay, right? That's gay. Okay? And Mark is gay. So there's a connection between Moses, the second beast, the ketamine, the mark of the beast, the market. You know, that's where you go and you buy and you sell. Yeah? And that's the thing, you know, I am the Passover lamb, in a sense. Well, that's the thing, you know, I'm God, and no one gives a shit about me. No one cares, right? I mean, what I told you, what's the meaning of Passover? It's to skip, it's to forget about, don't give a shit about. Yeah, no one cares about me, so I'm a Passover lamb. Or sheep, or whatever. God, you know, I'm Passover. Or and I'm sitting on the chair of Moses while he sticks his rod of God into me. Yeah, it's the staff of God. I sound like a deranged lunatic, don't I? So, oh, and let's not forget about Moses striking the rock when he wasn't supposed to. Right, he struck it twice, you know. He did a number 2. He struck the number 2 with his rod. You understand? I said, speak to the rock. Right? And what did he do? He whacked the rock with his rod once. And he's like, oh, better hit it 2. Yeah? Speak to the rock. You know, I said speak to the rock. I didn't say hit to the rock. I said speak to the rock. But he struck the rock twice. And the magic water came out. I mean, that's the thing, right? When someone does anal sex, they usually wash that hole first. Or at least, yeah, a lot of people do, because otherwise it gets a bit stinky. Who would have guessed, huh? You know what an enema is? Have you ever heard of the Enuma Elish? The Enuma, that's the Babylonian creation epic, right? The Enuma, E-N-U-M-A, E-L-I-S-H, 2 words, Enuma, and it's spelled, well, that's the thing, enema. How would you spell enema? Well, enema is spelled E-N-E-M-A, but it sounds like enuma, enema elish, or elis, right? It says meaning, when on high, is a Babylonian creation myth from the late 2nd millennium BCE. Oh, and it was, it says, it says the only complete surviving account of ancient Near Eastern cosmology. It was recovered by English archaeologist Austin Henry Layard. Layard. Yeah, backyard laying, Layard. What are the odds of that, huh? In 1849, in the ruined library of Ashurbanipal at Nineveh. Ashurbanipal. Yeah, we live in a world that seems to be very obsessed with anal sex. Yeah. Holy shit. So, where do we go from here then? So, set up an image. Set up an image. I mean, that's the other thing as well. The other connection with Moses is that the mark of the beast, well, that's the thing. Man, right? And man was told that he'd only live 100 his days. He said, God said, I said that that my spirit would not contend with man forever, and that his days would be 120 years. Now, I said his days, so that's the thing, right? A day, you go outside, you see the sunlight. Okay, that's a day. Okay? So the sunlight is associated with, it's what you're attracted to, it's what you're happy about, right? His days would be 120 years. Well, that's the thing. Moses died when he was 120. Okay? So Moses, not only did, that's the thing. I said to Moses that he would act as God, and Aaron would act as his prophet when dealing with the Egyptians. Okay? So there's a lot of magic going on here. And that's the thing, right? Man is called Homo. Yeah? Moses, yeah? Ho-mo. Ho-Moses. Yeah? There's a connection there. There's a connection. Not, and also noses, right? Ketamine, yeah? Mark, Gran, ketamine. Yeah. Market. Supermarket. Keter. So what's keter, right? Let me get you the internet definition of keter. 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 So it says here, thus Keter is the generator and activator of all the other Sephirot. Thus Keter is the generator and activator of all the other Sephirot. Oh, right, it says the same thing. For in order to achieve the goal, the revelation of the infinite light, the entire range of emanation from its highest point to its lowest is generated and unfolds specifically, blah, 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 blah. That's from Chabad. Chabad? So it's the crown Sephirot on the Kabbalah tree. Now, the snake in the Garden of Eden, yeah, there was the tree and there was the fruit. Yeah? Now, people say, I was Jesus, and I said, when will the second coming of Jesus be, right? I said, only my Father knows when the second coming will be. Okay? Now, in the word ketamine, it's spelled K-E-T-A, mine, M-I-N-E. ETA means expected time of arrival. So ketamine, right? K-E-T-A, mine. Okay? And so I was doing that with my mummy and her best gay friend, who happened to be a few years older than me. He was the replacement son. Yeah, he was there. My mum wanted him more than she wanted me. Okay? She was trying to get rid of me because she hated me. Okay? Unfortunately, no one likes to believe me when I tell them that. Is it any wonder I'm so fucking crazy, huh? Yeah. So, rose up out of the sea. Yeah, it's interesting because you know in The Simpsons, there's that character. He's called Moe, right? He's the barman at Moe's Tavern, and his full name is Moe Sislak. Moe Sislak, yeah. He's the bar man. Now, I used to drink at a gay bar when I was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. There was a place called the Marine Tavern. And I used to do lots of drugs with lots of people, it was a gay bar, right? I used to go there with my mum and her friends. So, not to mention there was a gay bar around the corner called Charles Street. How interesting. Mark always used to like drinking at Charles Street, a gay bar. That's the thing, my dad is called Charles. And so we're all doing K-E-T-A mine, K-E-T-A mine, yeah. All them drugs. Yeah. Remember Matthew Perry, he died of ketamine, didn't he? Well, he didn't die of it, he drowned in the hot tub. But I don't think the ketamine helped him. Yeah, I don't think it helped. Yeah. Anyways, I noticed that everyone's making fun of Elon Musk today, aren't they? What an interesting name he has, Elon. They're all saying that he's on ketamine. They're making fun of it, or making fun of his behaviour at the inauguration. People are thinking that he's on ketamine and he's doing Nazi salutes. Yeah, how weird, huh? Yeah. So his name is Elon, right? Well, remember what I told you? I said I'm sitting on the chair of Moses, right? There's a ghost that's assaulting me from behind, and I think there's Moses, right? Well, what does Elon mean? El means God, and on means on. El-on. And Musk, isn't that something to do with smell? Or something? I don't know. Musky. I mean, his initials are E-M, right? E-M. You spell that the other way around. Yeah, you reverse it. That's me. Yeah, me. And that's the thing, right? Because Elon Musk, and him and Donald Trump, and the fact, that these people are trying to pretend they're me, okay? The second beast of book, he made fire come down from heaven. The second beast, he made fire come down from heaven. Well, that's the thing. Elon Musk, SpaceX, right? Didn't he have like some dragon rocket? And he's got rockets that are going up the sky and they're going back down again. Yeah? And then you had Donald Trump, and obviously he's been through all his, criminal trials and whatever, right? And, you could say he had a wounded head, perhaps. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yeah, all it is the world trying to reflect me. God. A bunch of twats, a bunch of losers thinking they're God. You know what? I heard Trump earlier on the news, and he would what he said? So help me God. So help me God. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean, so help me? So Donald Trump's helping everyone, is he? And he thinks he's God, is he? How do you interpret that? How do the demons interpret that? Yeah. People don't know where their blessings come from. Well, it's the fact that people say shit like that. They say, "So help me God." And people are walking around as if they are God. And they don't even know what they're saying. People don't know the words that come out of their mouth. "I'm Jesus. Didn't I tell you all? Didn't I tell you? You don't even know where your words come from. You don't even know what you're saying. You have no idea the babble you speak. And when I explain it to you all, you don't care." Yeah? I mean, his surname, Trump. Well, you know what a rump is? It's a butt, right? A T, a T is a crucifix, yeah? So I was hung on a crucifix. When you hang someone, you use a noose. Anus, a noose. So we got anus and rump and Trump and the crucifix and the butt magic and all the sex magic, the Trump. Yeah? Oh, let's not forget about Ivanka. Yeah, my cousin, his wife is called Iva. I-V-A. Oh, and let's not forget about Melania Trump. Oh yeah, did I show you that photo about Melissa Mueller? Yeah, Mel. Yeah, and my ex-girlfriend, her name was Ania. A-N-I-A. Yeah, you take Mel and you take Ania and you smush them together. Yeah, bunch of witches trying to steal my power. Anybody else? Oh yeah, there's a whole long list of them. Yeah. An endless list of people who wish they were me, who want to battle me with witchcraft. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Because I do so much ketamine, I've got blocked sinuses. Yeah? So what's a sign? God, give me a sign. Sorry, I can't. My sinuses are blocked. Sorry. Nah, my sinuses are blocked, yo. Who knows? Who knows, yo? Who knows? Who knows? Fucking cunts. Y'all gonna burn. Y'all gonna burn. And I'm gonna burn a cigarette. Ugh. I mean, that's the thing, right? I've been smoking since I was like 12 or 13 years old. So, people would call that smoking a fag. So the demons are trying to make out that I'm gay because I smoke cigarettes. Are you smoking? You must be a fag. You understand how that works? Smoking a fag. Yeah? I mean, I didn't set any gay people on fire last time I checked. I never said, you know what I mean? Like, I smoke cigarettes. Some people call them fags. Flaming Homo sapien. Anyway, I've said enough for this video.